Hello friends, today I am going to talk to you something about a tax which is popularly known as angel tax. It's a tax on infusions of capital, and which when it was introduced, the objective was to ensure that uh, the infusion of capital is not coming with an objective of hiding black money. Uh, and therefore, what was said was that any excessive share premium in excess of the fair value of the company will be taxed as income in the hands of the company. Of course, it's a very punitive provision, and after that there have been several developments. The most recent development was that the angel tax provisions now cover non-residents as well. Earlier used to cover only residents, and that created a lot of panic among non-resident investors. Based on feedback received, the government decided to sort of water down these provisions, and draft rules were issued earlier in the year, and now those rules have been finalized. Essentially, the rules provide more flexibility to non-resident investors to not only use the discounted cash flow method, but other internationally accepted methods as well. There have been few special provisions to venture capital investors. Certain flexibility has been given to use a merchant banker valuation report, even if it is not obtained on the date of the transaction. An important clarification has been issued for compulsorily convertible preference shares. One more change has been in relation to the 10% safe harbor provisions which are now being introduced, which gives further flexibility to the foreign investors. Besides these changes in the provisions, there have been interesting developments in the judicial space as well. Kolkata Tribunal in a recent decision held that any share premium that arises on conversion of convertible debentures into equity shares will also be considered for the purpose of section 5627B. The logic used is that there is no exemption provided in the provisions for any conversion of convertible debentures, and consideration need not necessarily be in cash, but can also be in kind. Interestingly, there is a contrary decision by the Mumbai Tribunal where it was held that conversion of convertible debentures into equity shares shall not trigger 5627B. And there the logic given was that the intent of the section is to tax infusions of money in order to disguise black money, and conversion of convertible debentures is exempt from capital gains. It's a cash neutral transaction, and therefore there should be no applicability of 5627B. One more logic that was given was that the section essentially envisage receipt of consideration and issue of shares in the same year, whereas in case of convertible debentures, the money receipt is in a different year and the conversion happens in a different year. So here we see two different decisions. Hopefully high courts shall step in and resolve this very important subject, because as most of the people are aware, most of the investments by private equity and other investments do happen through compulsorily convertible instruments. Thanks.